When it comes to sports bike helmets, there are three main things that you have to look for: safety, comfort, and design. First up, let's take a quick look at what makes a helmet safe. It all starts with the shell. You want something hard and impact-resistant, which is why most use either polycarbonate plastic or fiberglass. Now, some manufacturers actually use carbon fiber, but this can be quite expensive. And although it's really strong and lightweight, it doesn't necessarily make the helmet any safer, because you need an inner layer of impact-absorbing material too. This is usually expanded polystyrene foam or EPS. The thicker the layer of EP's foam, the more protection it provides. But also, you want channels inside the foam that allow air to flow in case of a crash. The air will help dissipate the energy of the impact across a larger area, reducing the severity of the blow to your head. Now, the next thing you want to look for are the straps and the buckle. They need to hold the helmet securely to your head without putting any pressure points on your cheeks or forehead. D-ring straps are the most secure, but they're also the hardest to do up when you're wearing gloves. A magnetic buckle is the quickest and easiest to open and close, but they aren't as safe as D-rings. Now, quick-release buckles are somewhere in between in terms of speed and security. Now, some helmets come with a chin curtain as well, and although this won't protect you from frontal impacts, it does stop wind and water from getting into the helmet. The final thing that you should consider is the visor. You want something tough and impact-resistant. That's going to keep your eyes protected, and ideally you want a couple of air intakes at the top, so that you can reduce the internal pressure inside the helmet. That reduces the risk of the visor opening in a crash. So now that we know what makes a helmet safe, let's get into the comfort. You see, a comfortable helmet is one that fits you well and allows plenty of airflow. In the summer months, you want something with lots of ventilation, so that you don't end up cooking your own brain. This is why full-face helmets are usually the best option. They have multiple intake points to keep you cool. And the same goes for the rear of the helmet. You want exhaust vents at the top and the sides to get rid of the hot air. Now, when it comes to lining, you want something soft and breathable like nylon or polyester. And it's important that it's removable and washable, because you don't want to be cleaning your entire helmet. You just want to pop out the lining and throw it in the washing machine. There are also hypoallergenic and antimicrobial options available if you have sensitive skin. As for fit, it's important to find a helmet that fits you well. If it's too tight, then you'll get headaches and neck strain. But if it's too loose, then it could move around and not give you full protection. Most manufacturers offer different sizes, and you can even go down to half a size if you need to. The final thing you want to think about is noise. A lot of road and wind noise comes from the air flowing past the helmet, so the faster the air moves, the louder the noise. This is why having a decent seal around the edges of your helmet is important. This helps to reduce the noise levels by creating a barrier against the rushing air. Some manufacturers even offer an accessory kit that you can add to your helmet that includes a neck roll and a wind spoiler. These accessories further reduce the amount of wind getting past the helmet, making for a much quieter ride. With those fundamentals covered, let's talk about design. After all, you want something that looks good and complements your bike. When it comes to style, it's really personal preference. Some people like something classic and timeless, while others prefer something more aggressive and modern. It's also worth bearing in mind that the shape of the helmet can affect the way that it looks. For example, a more aerodynamic shape may look sleek and sporty, but it might not suit everyone's face shape. Likewise, a retro-style helmet may look cool, but it's not going to be as aerodynamic. Another consideration is the weight of the helmet. Now, lightweight helmets are great because they're less tiring to wear over long periods of time. However, this often comes at a price. Carbon fiber helmets are the lightest, but as I said earlier, they're also the most expensive. Fiberglass and polycarbonate helmets are heavier, but they're also more affordable. The weight of the helmet can also affect the level of protection it provides. A lighter helmet will offer less protection than a heavier one, because there is less mass to absorb the impact in a crash. So, if you're looking for the ultimate in safety, you'll want to go for a heavier helmet made from a stronger material like carbon fiber. But ultimately, the decision of which helmet to buy is yours. There are so many different options out there that it is worth taking the time to find the one that suits you best. If you rush the process, you may end up with a helmet that's uncomfortable, unsafe, or doesn't look right. Let's take a closer look at some of the most popular models on the market today. The AGV Sport Modular X5 comes in a range of sizes and finishes, so you're sure to find one that fits you and matches your bike. It's also SNELL approved, so you can be confident that it meets the highest safety standards. As for price, the X5 is mid-range, coming in at around £200. This makes it a great value for money option, especially considering the features and build quality. If you're really looking for a budget-friendly option, then the HJC ACX10 is definitely worth considering. Now, although it's not as feature-packed as the X5, it still offers a good level of protection and comfort. The helmet is made from a polycarbonate shell and has an EPS liner with plenty of ventilation for both the front and the rear. It also has an anti-fog and anti-scratch visor, as well as a sun visor on the inside. Now, the ACX10 comes in a range of sizes and colors, and it is priced at just around £100. It's a great option for beginners or those who are on a tight budget. At the higher end of the market, you have the Arai Corsair X. Now, the Corsair X is widely regarded as one of the safest helmets on the market, and it is the go-to option for many experienced riders. It's made from a super tough fiberglass shell and has an impact-absorbing EMAX liner. The helmet also has a diffusers on the front and rear to improve aerodynamics and reduce lift. There are also 5 intake points and 4 exhaust points to keep you cool and comfortable. The Corsair X comes in a range of sizes and finishes, and it is priced at around £450. This makes it one of the most expensive helmets on the list. But if you're really looking for the ultimate in safety and performance, then the Corsair X is definitely worth the investment. And finally, we have the Alpinesta's SMX Nitro. This is a great all-around helmet that offers a good balance between safety, comfort, and design. It's made from a lightweight carbon fiber shell and has an impact-absorbing EPS liner. The helmet also has a dynamic flow control system, which uses intakes on the chin bar and top of the helmet and rear exhausts to keep your head cool. There are also adjustable air vents on the chin bar and forehead for added adjustability. The SMX Nitro comes in a range of sizes and finishes, and it is priced at around £300. This makes it a little more expensive than the other helmets on the list. But if you're really looking for a high-quality helmet with a good balance of features, then the SMX Nitro is definitely worth considering. That's it for our roundup of the best sports bike helmets. Hopefully, we've helped you find the perfect helmet for your needs. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Thanks for watching.